It was the silence that did it. Not the loud fights, not the arguments or the petty complaints, but the silence. The quiet, subtle shift that told me something was off. Something had changed, even though no one was saying anything. We had been together for years, and for all that time, I thought I knew her. I thought we had this unspoken understanding, the kind of bond that can't be broken by simple misunderstandings or trivial lies. But then the little things started to pile up. Late nights at work. Her phone face down when she wasn't around. The secretive glances. I could feel her pulling away, but I didn't want to believe it. I wanted to pretend it was nothing, that it was just me overthinking things. But I wasn't stupid. I knew something wasn't right. It all came to a head one night. She was in the shower, the sound of water running in the background. Her phone buzzed on the kitchen counter. I told myself not to look. I tried to ignore it, but something inside me wouldn't let it go. So I walked over, picked up her phone, and saw the message. His name. I didn't need to read it. I didn't need to see the words to know what was happening. I had known it all along. I had just been too afraid to face it. I put the phone down slowly and took a deep breath. My hands were shaking, but I didn't feel anger, not yet. All I felt was a crushing weight, the weight of betrayal, of knowing that everything I thought I had with her was a lie. I didn't wait for her to come out of the shower. I didn't scream, didn't demand answers. I just grabbed my keys, packed a bag, and walked out the door. I didn't look back. The first few days were a blur. I moved into a small apartment, far from the life I had known. Everything felt empty, like I was living someone else's life. The bed felt too big without her beside me. The silence was deafening. I didn't want anyone to know what had happened. I didn't want their pity or their advice. I just wanted to forget. But forgetting wasn't easy. She kept calling, texting. I ignored every message, every call. I couldn't face her. Not yet. A week went by. Then 2. The calls stopped. I started to think she'd given up. Maybe she realized what she'd done. Maybe she understood that I wasn't going to forgive her. Maybe she was finally moving on. Then, on a quiet Sunday afternoon, I heard a knock on my door. I froze. I knew who it was. I stood there for a long moment, my heart racing. I didn't want to answer. I didn't want to see her face again. But I opened the door anyway. There she was, standing in front of me, looking like a ghost of the woman I once knew. Her eyes were red, her face pale, and she was standing there, trembling slightly, like she didn't know what to say. "I need to talk to you," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. I didn't respond. I didn't invite her in. I just stood there, watching her, waiting for whatever words were coming next. "I'm sorry," she said quickly, tears welling up in her eyes. "I never meant for it to happen. I don't know what I was thinking. I messed up. I know I hurt you, but I need you to know how sorry I am. Please give me another chance." I didn't speak. I didn't know what to say. I just stood there, listening to her words, feeling the weight of what she was saying, but not feeling the way I thought I would. She looked so broken, so vulnerable, but it didn't make the pain go away. It didn't erase the hurt. It didn't change what she'd done. "I don't know if I can do this," I said finally, my voice steady but cold. "I don't know if I can trust you again." She flinched, as if the words physically hurt her, and I saw it then, the raw, desperate look in her eyes. She was scared. She was afraid of losing me. But I had already lost her. The moment she let someone else into the space I had given her, she had already made her choice. "I was stupid," she whispered, her voice breaking. "I didn't mean to hurt you. I thought I could have both. I thought I could keep everything in my life intact. But when I lost you, I realized I had nothing left." She took a step closer, her eyes pleading, her hands reaching out like she was desperate for me to take her back. But I couldn't. I couldn't just let her walk back in because she was sorry. I couldn't be the man who forgave the woman who had shattered his heart. "I can't go back," I said, shaking my head slowly. "I can't pretend that everything is okay. You broke me. And I don't know if I can fix that. I don't know if I want to." She looked down, the tears falling freely now, and for a moment, I almost felt sorry for her. But I didn't move. I didn't reach for her. "You made your choice," I said softly. "And now I have to make mine." She didn't say anything more. She didn't argue. She didn't beg. She just nodded, her face pale, and turned to leave. And when she stepped away from me, I felt the last of my hope for us slip away. I closed the door behind her, locking it, but more importantly, I locked away the person I used to be the person who would have given her everything. I walked away once, and I would never look back.